Hey, Internet, it's Marti Gould I'm excited to talk to the Internet.
That's what you call that. Okay.
See, isn't it nice to be next to each other? We're here with a brand new episode of Lashes Off. I'm Marti Gould Cummings, sitting with the glamorous Cezanne, also known as Pixie Aventura.
Signature face?
Signature face?
You need to do that. You're welcome. I just gave you, signature face.
It's kind of a conservative culture and a conservative place. So
Yes.
Growing up in Miami, were you flamboyant as a child? Feminine? How was that?
I was very animated.
Yes.
Yeah, I was very animated, and I think I would sort of understand. I think I would catch myself every time I'd be like, stop overreacting or stop acting. And that was her way of probably
Your
saying,
mom.
yeah, probably say, stop being gay. That was
Yeah.
probably her way of saying that.
So you've been doing drag professionally for 6 years, but you just told your mom 2 years ago. So what?
A year and a few months.
Okay, whatever. 2 Christmases ago,
Yeah,
a year
2
and a
years
few
is a
months.
big difference.
Okay, all right.
20.
So what, let's talk about that. What took you what was the fear or the holdback, or what was that experience like?
Well, I'd like to say that I came out 3 times in my lifetime.
Okay.
First time, I was sort of forced out. So that was in freshman year of high school.
Forced out as gay.
Yeah. So I went to
Columbus
school, and it was perfect because I was away for a long period of time. I would come home, and it was kind of like I didn't really care. I would go and visit my friends. It didn't really start affecting me until I moved here. So at this point, I've come out twice already. And moving here, that's a whole thing in itself. It was like trying to find myself here and what I was doing, to be an actor.
Finding yourself in New York is very different, I think, than finding yourself in Columbus. New York
absolutely.
is it's
I feel like Columbus was getting comfortable with who I am.
sure.
Here is okay, now who the fuck are you in this world? Bleep. So there was a long time where I was just doing survival jobs, and then drag started coming into the picture again. And then finally, it started becoming more and more of a thing. But why I didn't say anything was because I just didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with it. I was still financially connected in a way, and unfortunately, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Huge thing. But then I started becoming more financially secure.
She was making those coins, girl. She was doing her death jobs.
Not only that, but I was starting to help in the family.
Mm.
So I was
your drag career was starting to financially help your family.
Yeah, but before that mindset, I was an adult. I was an adult in the family now. I was more of a sane adult in the family now. So it started getting really annoying to me, and I thought it was hypocritical of me to not force them to open up their eyes when I'm able to help. So that was the whole thing, me going to Christmas, 2 Christmases ago. That was my
and talking
big
to your
thing
mom.
to do, and talking to my mom.
But your mom has seen you perform since then.
Right. So luckily, her eyes have been opened up before I even talked about it. There's many things that happen in the family that sort of have made her realize that what people say doesn't really fucking matter if they're not paying your bills. Really is.
It's that RuPaul thing. Unless they
really
paying your bills, pay them bitches no mind. It's so true.
When we had the conversation, I laid it out. I mean, I didn't hold anything back. First off, it came out again. And I was just kind of
3 times.
Yeah, I was like, I just don't understand. I feel like I'm a different person when I come here. I'm not being true to myself, which, we talked about that.
I think a lot of times as grown-ups, we kind of hide who we really are to protect our parents, but it's if you want to have a true, authentic relationship with your parents and your family, you have to always be who you are, and that's true adulthood. Then it's on them how they.
I also say this because it's hard. It's fucked up, but it's realistic. You coming out, even what I was just talking about, it took me a certain time to come out. I had to go through that time. Your parents have to go through that time now too.
Yeah, well, especially your mom is. Where's your mom? Your mom's from.
Nicaragua.
From Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Okay, so your mom's from Nicaragua. She lives in America now. She's from this culture that's very Catholic, I assume, right?
Yeah.
And so for her entire life, she's raised to believe this one thing. So parents have to, I think a lot of times we kind of
You know, I don't
Or
think
hard on
religion.
our
I don't
parents.
think religion really took in place. I really think she's always been very overprotective of me, and I
Sure.
think it was what people would say. That was her biggest concern.
Yeah. I remember that's when I was a little kid. I used to play dress up all the time. Like I would put on. My cousin Sophie had this. I told you about this. My cousin Sophie had this duffel bag, and it was filled with dresses and costume jewelry and all kinds of. And I would put it up when Sophie came to visit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this is when I can be myself. And I like.
Good old Sophie.
Thank you, Sophie, for making me a cross dresser at 5. And I put the stuff on, and I would take the Pocahontas Barbie and the Polly Pocket and all that stuff to the playground. And I remember there was this birthday party where like nobody showed up, and I was like, you know, and my dad would always be like, don't put this on, and don't wear that, and you can't do that, and you can't play dress up, and don't take the Barbie to school, and all this stuff. And looking, you know, for years, I was like, oh my God, my dad hated me as a kid, you know. But no, it was really, he saw how hurt I was, that kids made fun of me, didn't come to my birthday party. So I think it was him protecting me, you know. It was he wanted me to be normal so I wouldn't be teased or made fun of. Is there a style of drag that you love and a style of drag that you don't love?
Okay. I think if someone is committed to whatever they're doing 100%, I will enjoy it.
Boom.
I want to see sweat. And the better you are, the more sweat I'm going to demand.
We look really young here.
No.
Advice to your younger drag self. If you were to go back to that drag queen in Columbus, Ohio, what would your advice be?
Recognize your strengths. Recognize what you do well, and recognize what you believe and what you should be doing.
Well, no, we're not a TV
That's my
studio.
schedule.
Play with the thing.
Oh, no, that's the mic.
That's our boom mic. Okay, cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pixie Aventura. You can find her on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We'll have the links below. Subscribe below. Check out my Instagram and Twitter as well. Everything is below. Links below. Check it out. Subscribe, tweet, Instagram. Tell your friends. Next week's guest is the one and only Sherry Vine, followed by Peppermint. Let us know who else you want to see on Lashes Off. And we'll see you next time. Pixie Aventura, ladies and gentlemen.